Hey girl, it's Miss Kabibi from Kabibi Hair. I'm going to be showing you how I did my crochet braid plus half wig combo in this video. I decided to do a crochet half wig combo just to save myself the time because doing crochet braids myself took me hours last time, so I figured this would save me some time. Okay, so here's my braid pattern. I did 5 skinny braids where the part's going to be, and then 5 regular braids, connected them in the back to create 8 really big braids and then have 1 tail. And here's the packet with the crochet hair, and this is the Outre Dominican Blowout, and I also got the half wig in the exact same Dominican Blowout texture. And I'm done. Haha, just kidding. So this is the half wig, which is in the Dominican Blowout. The color is actually number 4. I had to get number 4 because it was the only one that was available online, and this was not available in any stores close to me. Now I do cut out the comb out of the back of the half wig, and then I cut the comb in half from the front part, just enough to latch on to my hair, but not so much that it's going to end up being a problem. So this crochet hair comes in sections with the elastic band on there, but I don't ever use that. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off, and for the majority of the front part of my hair, I'm going to split one of these into 4. When I get to the top of my head to where I need to do the invisible part, then I'll split them into 6. You want to use really small sections. That'll keep it looking less bulky and also prevent it from slipping out. So here's my knot technique. It's a little bit different than I've seen anyone else do it, but I just use the crochet needle only to do it, and I sort of treat this like how I would do like regular crocheting. I used to knit and crochet when I was younger, so this for me is actually easier than doing it the other way. So I loop it through the bottom, pull the entire strand through, and then I'm going to take the back section of hair, pull that through, and then take half of the front section of hair, pull that through, and then finish it up by going to the back section. So this is going to create the knot only using the crochet needle, and then I just pull it too tight. And now I'm just slowly working through. As I was working through, I was making the parts really close together, but you'll see in a second, I had to go back through and take some out of this side of my head because this hair just like got really voluminous and it just got really thick and super dense, and I don't want it to be so dense because it's just going to look extra wiggy and make it look a little bit unnatural for me, so I wanted it to have a more natural density. So now I'm working on the other side, and it was at this point that I realized that I made the first side of my head way too dense. So in a minute I'll go back through, and it's actually pretty easy for me to remove the excess hair from the other side just to sort of thin it out without having to cut any of the hair. And I was actually able to reuse some of the hair that I pulled out to thin it out on the first side I did. So here's how much hair I took out from the first section. You can see the ends are still intact, so I was able to just repurpose that. It actually only took one pack of the crochet hair for me to do the entire top of my head. So now here's how I do the invisible knot. And again, I only use the crochet needle. I don't use my fingers to do this knotting. So I pull the entire section, the midsection, close the latch, pull the hair through. And this time I'm only going to pull the back hair through 3 times. And each time I pull it through, I just sort of use the needle to help me to tighten the loop. But by doing this, by pulling 1/2 through only, and then tighten it up at the end, you'll get the invisible knot that you see that I have on the other side of my hair. And I'm all done, so now it's time for me to go ahead and put the half wig onto the back and start to style it. This is a lot of hair. The density of this is just way too thick. For me personally, I'm all for the glamorous look, but since I plan to wear this to the office as well, I needed to look a little bit more realistic. So I'm going to cut and style this. I'm also going to take thinning shears to thin it all out. In the interest of keeping this video short, I didn't record all of that. If you guys want me to do that, then I'll do that next time. So now I'm trying to curl the hair, and this hair was almost impossible to curl. It was quite frankly a pain in the ass, excuse my French, to try to curl this hair. I tried using the curling iron, and then I pulled out my hot rollers, and that was actually able to curl a little bit better. So you can see it held a curl a little bit. But the tricky thing was getting the hair to curl without losing the texture. The reason I got this hair was specifically for the blowout texture that it has. So I didn't want to do the whole technique of putting rollers and putting it in boiling hot water, because that would make the hair silky. So that's why I was trying to get creative. So in the end, I had to use the hot rollers and try that to get the hair to curl. So here I am the next day, and when I initially took everything out and I saw just the weight of the hair in the front, I actually decided to go back and cut the bangs some more, recurl the bangs again, and you'll see that in a second. So yeah, so I went back to cut the bangs some more and then recurl them. There was a specific way I wanted the hair to sort of fall and frame my face, and I wouldn't be able to see it until everything was done, everything was curled. So this is me recurling it. Now, dealing with this wig and dealing with this hair was so difficult. It took me maybe an hour and a half to do the crochet part, but styling the wig itself took me like 3-4 hours. Like, I was completely exhausted. It was a pain in the ass, like I said before, but I got through it. Another thing I did was, so I wore my hair like this for a couple of days, and here's the final result right after I did it. I wore it like this for a couple of days, but it felt still just way too thick, way too bulky. So I went back in and I used my thinning shears again to thin everything out, and I'll post some pictures of how it looked after I was able to finally thin it out, and now I'm really happy with the way that it looks. It looks just like my hair in terms of the density, the length, the fullness of it. So it's much more believable, I think, than if I had just left it fresh out of the package. I hope this video was helpful. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Also, feel free to leave a comment and let me know if there's other ways that you found to speed up your crochet braid, or any tips that I can implement to curl the hair and have it keep a curl without losing the texture. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.